and it's something that's unexpected that people haven't, seen before. So some of those moves you saw, some of them are expected. Is when you see a hammer, you want to be able to swing and hit with the hammer. But the way we use the Koopas, the summoning, the warp pipes, these things we want to surprise and delight, our fans.
Let's see if our folks can get the concept art going. Can we show that up on the screen?
Yeah.
While we're waiting for them to get that loaded, I would love to show off the guys who are hiding by your feet as well, because these are super cool.
So I wanted to bring these. It's very special.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah, let's jump into that.
I'll have to pause that.
These are some of the concept footage. This is an early design. Where we were looking is maybe he's a Sky Captain or a Red Baron with the flight mechanics. That was interesting. We went more on the fantasy style and explored different styles with the, with the hammer. A little bit more traditional. We thought, oh, there's really interesting gameplay we can do.
Oh, that Koopa in the middle.
Too, but
where am I going?
Looks like something out of Looney Tunes.
Let's push that forward. So this is some early, designs around the clown car and how we could create an aircraft out of it. And now you're seeing the final toy design with the final concept art. He sort of evolved into that fantasy battle lord with the hammer. And then we were looking at the gameplay that these concepts will be able to push as well. So you have these deadly hammer attacks, the Koopa calls, and it's really fun to see the personalities.
Koopa looks so sleepy there when it first shows up.
It's like waking up from his shell. And like the lethal Magma Bowser, how we wanted him to expand. And it really, these concepts really, explored and showed how the visuals really matched the gameplay, where we could really push the gameplay to new levels. We've never had a Skylander that could summon minions and be able to influence and interact with them. So that was the first time we were able to do that with Bowser. It just made sense, with the Koopas. So, what I have here is really special. This is the original toy sculpt. Once we had the concept finalized, for Bowser, this is the 3D printed sculpt, which is super neat.
Well, it's incredible seeing the level of detail here on the texturing of the hammer and on his skin as well, and you can really see even kind of the pebbling of this reptilian scales up on his head. But
the art team is amazing at Vicarious Visions, and we do go from concept to the 3D print in our studio, so we're able to see the results and we're able to modify the sculpts and get the pose just right. We wanted to make him sort of majestic and powerful and show that kind of strength, but have it be a unique new pose that we haven't seen before and really telegraph his abilities. Like when you look at him, because when fans or kids see him on the shelf, they should be able to tell, oh, this is going to be really cool. I wonder what he can do.
Yeah.
I wonder how that hammer plays into the gameplay. So we're really proud of the final designs. Why don't you take a look?
And I really love too, just what you were talking about earlier, I think, with making him feel also like a Skylander. Because you want him to feel like he really belongs in this world. He blends in with this world.
Exactly.
And he really has that
balance.
The Skylander vibe, as well as being super recognizable right away as Bowser.
And there's so much depth and richness to the character design and the move set, the upgrade path. It's just all the little details, getting the animations perfectly right, and just sort of paying tribute to who Bowser is. And we're just such fanboys, at VV, and we love the characters, and we wanted to do right by our fans.
You did very right by the fans.
It's even influenced with the vehicles. So the vehicles are only playable in Skylander Superchargers, and they don't have a base. And so this is an air vehicle that you can play with. The ground vehicles.
Yeah, the cars have wheels that work, so you can actually
But even the little details in terms of the scales and the sculpt that we did, it's very cool.
He's fantastic. I think it's interesting too the way you were able to work the interchangeable base into your design for these two guys, because it's pretty amazing that they're really two toys in one here.
They are, and we'll talk about.
So that's the really cool thing about Bowser and Donkey Kong, is that they're not just Skylander toys that work in Skylander Superchargers, but you can just twist the base and make them an amiibo. So then they'll function in all amiibo supporting titles.
It's just a really simple twist, of the base, and it may be hard to pick up on the camera. Maybe you can try that.
But it kind of says amiibo or Skylander there.
And when you twist it, you can see that amiibo is exposed. Now the neat thing is, when you have it in Skylander mode, you put it on the portal, it works as a Skylander, you twist it to amiibo, and you can wave it over the Wii U gamepad and use it in a compatible game. But the great thing is, it's got the data and the memory to remember both at the same time. So you don't have to worry about
What?
you know, your game progress on Skylanders be
Yeah.
erased because you're using it in another game. You can use it in like
Just bounce back and forth as much as you want.
absolutely. And
Why can't all amiibos do that?
Which
Oh,
is
that's so
which
cool.
is great value for players.
And that's not it as far as the concept stuff you brought for us either, because you brought us some more video footage, right? Of kind of like
We
figuring out
did.
your moves.
So, you know,
Awesome.
it took a
I mean,
lot of iteration.
this guy is
both in
registered
terms of
only
visual
to
design as well as the
Smash
gameplay.
4.
And
I can't use them for Mario Party
engine
10
that we
or
have,
anything like that.
Alchemy, which we build all our games on,
Or-
is really
There we
cool
go.
in that it
Was
allows
it
us
Mario
to,
Party 10?
in real
For
time,
Amiibo Party,
try out
whatever.
moves and ideas. And here we have like, you know,
I
playing with
wish
the warp
they
puzzles and, like,
these
knocking
all
out
had
the
that
Koopas.
ability.
And you know, how many
Oh.
Koopas do we want to launch out of the warp pipe? So we're able to tweak all of
Test
these things
room.
in real time. We've never shown footage like this, you know, previously.
It's really cool. It's like a playground. You can just trial and
That's
error it
exactly
out on.
what it is. This move is really interesting. You know, he had awesome moves with these area attack, but he had to stay within the fire circle to be awesome. And you know what? It didn't work out that well because we wanted him to be awesome all the time.
Yeah.
So we're like, well, let's get rid of that and let's make him great. Fans might recognize the thwomps. Now, this was also on the cutting room floor. This was fun, where you can
Jeez.
like bring down these thwomps and you can like take out enemies. And it was really fun to see like, you know, how much damage we wanted them to do. But ultimately, we decided that the Koopas would be actually a better, you know, sort of system for us to attack our enemies with instead of the thwomps. It just fit the character a little bit
Yeah.
more tightly. You know, he's
Yeah,
the
guess.
Koopa King. And
It's so funny seeing these little guinea pigs coming out.
we do. We can keep spawning enemies and try different enemies and you know, see how well it works. I mean, with a game of over 300 characters, balancing is challenging.
Yeah, I imagine.
And here we were trying like how many
Is there
Koopas do we
footage
wanna have
lagging?
them, you know, control, and we just went a little crazy here.
I'm assuming it's not infinite
Too
Koopas.
crazy,
That might be
too
a
many.
little
many
big.
They'll
Koopas.
throw off the balance and
Oh.
the environments. But it's really fun, like watching them like move around like little ducklings. You know, they're just like, tell me what to do.
So, what do you think was the most challenging part?
Jeez, that's way too many Koopas.
Bowser where you wanted him to be.
You know, I think it was actually like finding that balance. We had just so many ideas, you know, in terms of the movesets, and like finding it where it felt natural, it was easy to understand. Immediately when you do the upgrade, it felt natural to play, and it also surprised and was unexpected, you know, for players. And so once we found that sort of balance, we had to then make sure that the character wasn't, you know,
I'm sorry, I'm
totally
just not
overpowered
very
compared to
interested
other
in
characters in the game,
Skylanders.
and
Not
it's
at
a
all.
lot of iteration, you know, to
I'm just
to
kind
get that
of waiting
right.
for the
It
next
just
one
had
to
feel
pop
great.
up, the next
And of
game
course, we had incredible amount of feedback
in
you know,
the
from the
lineup
creative team at Nintendo.
that they're
and,
going to be
you know, I
showcasing.
remember I was actually really nervous because we we had gone through the concept rounds. They loved it, and we had a trip to Kyoto. I think it was in January, and we were coming in with gameplay, you know, for the first time, and just didn't know how it was going to be received. And we said, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's
It's like
just
you
go
raised
all
someone
in.
else's child and you're bringing them back home.
It's frightening. It's frightening to be doing it, but it was exhilarating at the same time, and working with you know, folks like Nakano-san and Watanabe-san on character design, and you know, they worked on Twilight Princess and prior Mario games, and Kondo-san, you know, and giving feedback on like our sound design. It's nerve-wracking, you know, to be working with like industry legends like that. But we went in, we showed it, and everybody was having so much fun, and we just had people come into the conference room. They were looking at the work, and we were, you know, critiquing it, and it was all the little details. And we're like, wow, now we're on to the little details. It seems like people are loving it, and we were just hooked all day long. I mean, the day was a, you know, intense day, but like playing through all of that, we were all having a lot of fun. Everybody was smiling. We're like, okay, I think we were on the right path here.
Yeah, I'll say, like, I've had a chance to play this back at the office as well, and it's amazing how satisfying it is when you're Bowser and you're swinging your hammer around, and it feels really good to be Bowser. It's like I'm kind of being a good guy right now. It's okay for me to smash everything in sight. I'm doing it for a good cause.
Right.
For the short term that I'm going to be helping out the Skylands. But they're a blast to play with, and we actually have them on the floor here as well with the game, so folks who happen to be here in LA will be able to try it out. But then it's not that long a wait. You guys have done a ton of work to get this ready, and
Yeah.
it's only like September.
Right.
We're
I
getting
know.
out there.
We, you know, we announced it later than we normally announce the game, so you know, we had some time to really kind of polish it and get it right. And we're so happy to have it here at the show, here at the Nintendo booth. at the Activision booth, the lines are pretty long. We actually
Nice.
have, you know, with this is Hot Streak, you know, one of the supercars in Skylander Superchargers, and we actually are giving away a custom variant of that.
Really?
At the Activision booth. So,
Oh, wow.
so folks who are patient enough to line up, check out the game there, are getting an incredible custom version.
Yeah, I've got to
of the
ask
game.
them. Did you guys get together at the office and like race these down the hallway? Because you want to test the toys as they might be played
This car in
with.
particular is incredibly fun to play with when you're not even playing the game. It rolls like super fast. All of our land vehicles, I mean, Barrel Blaster rolls as well. They're fun to play with even when you're not playing the game, and definitely a little obstacle course racing in the office.
I figure you could
late at
justify it
night.
as testing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
We're making sure they work as intended.
As we were iterating on the design and we were getting, you know, our manufacturing down, we wanted to make sure like the axle, the strength, the style of the wheels and everything, we wanted it to be perfect. So we were racing them down the floor and like on desks with different variations of them and saying which one like felt the best, and
Nice.
we had a lot of fun. You know, it's
It
it's
does
a
not
lot of
sound like a
work.
bad job.
It's been great fun working on Skylanders, and you know, Superchargers is our biggest game yet. You know, and you know, it's incredibly ambitious, and the idea of like paying off the ultimate vehicle fantasy, you know, over land, sea, and sky. And you know, we've got cars, we've got motorcycles, we've got boats, we've got submarines, we've got tanks, we've got helicopters, jet fighters. It's you know, we're a bunch of kids.
I'm very excited to get my hands on these as well. Thankfully, I have a lot of toy storage space at my place, so I can do a few more extra boxes, add to my Skylanders collection as well. Which actually brings me to my last point that we probably should cover. How do folks get these when they're coming out? Because they're going to be done real soon. How folks get Hammer Slam Bowser?
How do we get the toys?
Clown
So
Car.
the game comes out, as you said, in September. You can pre-order it now. Hammer Slam Bowser and the Clown Cruiser are in the Wii and the 3DS version of Skylander Superchargers. And
don't you mean
Donkey
Wii
Kong
U?
and Barrel Blaster are in the Wii U version, starter packs.
Yeah, and these guys will only work in the Nintendo versions
Correct.
of
That's
Skylander
right.
Superchargers.
They're exclusive
Oh,
to the
okay.
Nintendo platforms, and what's really neat is that the Wii and 3DS game is
Wii
is
U.
a different game than the Wii U game. So you get different
Oh.
games. The characters are different, but they're like, you know, cross-compatible, you know, for play. So you know, it's we put, even though Bowser and the Clown Cruiser comes in the Wii and 3DS version, it's incredibly detailed. The amount of love that the team put into it, you know, has been amazing, and players are going to get so much value out of it when they're playing with these characters.
So cool. Thank you so much for stopping by and showing us this, giving us a sneak peek, especially the behind the scenes stuff with the concept work. And you guys will be joining us again so we can take a closer look at our awesome Donkey Kong there as well. So we've got more behind the scenes stuff that we can show then. So I won't go into too much detail, but I've seen it and it's cool. So folks watching, you definitely want to swing by and check that out as well. So stay tuned here. And please keep an eye out. In a couple seconds, we're going to come back with another game, so you're not going to want to miss out. And thank you so much again for stopping by. This is really cool. I'm really excited to see folks play with these.
Thank you for having us, and thank you to the guys at Vicarious Visions. And it's just, love you guys. You guys are doing an amazing job.
You
on
worked
the
your
game,
butts
and
off.
It's just to see everybody on the floor like who are like playing it and having so much fun. You know, it's very satisfying.
Oh, thank you so much. And folks, we'll be right back. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much.
Okay,
This is
what's up next? Okay, so what is going to be the next game? I'm honestly really curious. Maybe Xenoblade Chronicles X? I really did enjoy Xenoblade Chronicles. That was a great game. It's a shame that so many people are posting spoilers about that game all over the place on every Xenoblade video that I find. Even ones that are unrelated to the video itself. Well, sort of. At least to the current part of the game that's... forget it. Never mind. Let's see, there's Xenoblade Chronicles X. We might get something Splatoon related. Mario Tennis, especially with the Mega Mushroom. Oh. There's probably gonna be something about Woolly World, Fire Emblem Fates, and yeah, I keep tongue-tying myself. Fire Emblem Cross wait, I'm saying it backwards. Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem. I think that's what it's called anyway. We might get some news on some more Smash DLC, like an announcement for another character or something. I don't know. That's probably just wishful thinking, though. But I'm staying optimistic. Might get some new Mario Kart 8 DLC news. Possibly. It's possible. I'm just not saying that it's definitely gonna happen, but it's possible to happen. Oh man. Again, sorry that I'm yawning so often. It's just that I have never recorded for, at this point, nearly 6 hours straight. I am very tired from all of this. I was not expecting it to last this long. I was expecting it to be like maybe 2-3 hours, not 6+. I'm kind of hoping that they're gonna wrap things up soon, because I wanted to do some other things today. Like, start up on editing this. Because this video is probably gonna be a nightmare to edit, and, 6 hours of footage. I just hope that nothing goes wrong. Actually, hold on. Okay, so it doesn't overlap. Alright. There. You won't be able to see it, but I just put all of my recording stuff up on the front of my computer screen windows, overlaying the Twitch feed. But just for my convenience later on when I have to stop this. Did I get another update on my 3DS? Huh. Yeah, there's a blue light. That must mean another update. Nah. Let's see, what do I have in my notifications? Celebrating through 2015, so there's a bunch of games for both 3DS systems. You're up to 30% off selected territories. Mario, Legend of Zelda, Lego, Just Dance, Yoshi, and more. Oh yeah, that showed up earlier on my Wii U screen. Not interested. Well, I'm just really tired at this point. You can probably tell from my voice how I'm talking. I was very energetic at the beginning of this. I'm very tired now because it's been 6 hours of continuous recording, of not being able to just recline in my chair. You know what? While I'm waiting, I'm just